More on this story coming up next on The Record. But up next on Hannity and Colmes, should becoming valedictorian be eliminated from high school because the competition is unfair? Well,
so what is it that makes a high school student want to learn? Do the goals of getting good grades and maybe even getting to the top of the class encourage or discourage the process? Well, several high schools around the country have done away with class ranking systems and valedictorians, saying that the pressure on the kids to succeed is just way too much. Joining us here in studio is Jerry Mintz. He's director of the Alternative Educational Resources Organization. Yeah, and we don't want to keep score in soccer, and we don't want to keep score in baseball, and we don't want to hurt the little kids' feelings. This is silly. My mother was the valedictorian of her high school class. And by the way, it didn't get passed on to me. She was, you know, it's something to strive for, to be number one, to be the best you can be. Competition makes you better, and you're taking that away.
Actually, I'm surprised you're on that side. The fact is that education today is totally different from what it used to be. It should not be, the motivation should not be external. They shouldn't be trying to get good grades or competition. People should be,
Why not?
Because today, in the information age, we've recognized that the brain is naturally aggressive. Kids don't have to be motivated. They want to learn. School almost kills off their ability to learn. And what happens is that...
I agree with that statement.
Well, I know you would.
I agree with that
That's why I'm surprised you're on that side. Because
competition is good.
I understand. But people should be learning because they're interested in learning. And there are many schools that I'm involved with that are based on that, and they build on that. And all knowledge is ultimately connected.
All right, but that's fine. But if you don't want your kid to be pushing to be valedictorian and a second in the class, well, that's okay. But you know something? The fact that they can strive to be the best that they can be is a good thing. But see, no, I'm more radical than you. I would abolish I would get rid of the public education system.
How do you know you're more radical than I am in that respect?
Because I get rid of the public education system. It's a disaster.
We encourage a lot of people to become homeschoolers. We help them to do this.
I agree with you there.
You're bringing them right. Look, the idea is this. I happen to agree with Sean in this respect. I think that if those who want to compete should have the opportunity to compete. In a school... Like, I certainly was not a valedictorian, but or nowhere near that.
You both made this point, but the point is that's exactly it. It's the C students who wind up becoming successful, not the valedictorians.
So the point is, those who want to compete for it, let them compete for it. I never cared about it. Those who don't care about it aren't going to care about it.
But let me put it this way: if you walk into a library, do you expect to be graded and ranked on the way out? No, because the people are expected to become natural learners.
Why deny those students who care about that stuff, who want to compete
and why should you subject all the rest of the students to that?
You're not, because most of the students don't care.
If you're going to have a ranking, you have to rank all of them. You have to test all of them. You can't say, well, this student was number one for the 10 people who are willing to put up with it.
When you went to school, did you care about being valedictorian?
No.
So did it affect you negatively that other people were?
I think it might have, because it was a whole approach to education.
How did it hurt you? How did it hurt you that others competed for that?
We have a database of 12,000 schools and alternative schools and programs. These are schools mostly that don't have grades, that are learner-centered. This is the wave of the future. Do you think that homeschoolers need their kids to be ranked?
The point is this: if a kid is at a school where others are vying for valedictorian, does it negatively impact those kids who have no interest in that?
Yes, I think it does.
How?
Because it's a value that the people who are administrating the school
I bet you don't keep score in soccer, do you?
What?
You don't think the kids should keep score in soccer?
I think there's nothing wrong with competition when that's your point.
Should we keep score in soccer?
There's nothing wrong. Of course you should. And I play table tennis, by the way, and I have a bunch of kids
that table tennis.
I don't think so.
No, it's not even going to be close.
Tomorrow I'm bringing a bunch of my students to a table tennis tournament, actually. Yeah, in New Jersey. But anyway, that's a whole other thing.
We'll continue on the other side of the break. By the way, remember...